Hello. This week's episode is The Last Night of a Jockey starring Mickey Rooney. So Rod Serling wrote this episode specifically for Miss Rooney, and it stars him and only him. So it's a man on a set. Oh, more than one set. We'll get to that. So I'm not sure if it's a fourth wall break or not, but in the very beginning of the scene, Mickey Rooney turns and stares into the camera. Just for a second, but he still does it. I'm not quite sure if it's a fourth wall break or not. So CBS had some notes about this episode. They were very afraid of the word dwarf, which is why he uses runt and shrimp instead of saying dwarf. In the original, he did want to say dwarf, I think. I haven't read the script for it. So, Rooney was also in the Night Gallery, but that's like in 72. We might get there, but, there's a few episodes to go. There are two interesting sort of mirror smashes in this episode. The first one is when he throws the trophy at the mirror, and it has a face on it, but it's a freeze frame, and it's a double exposure thing. So you can see sort of the shadow of the trophy disappearing as it enters into the face, because it's sort of, it's double exposed onto it, on top of the mirror, and therefore on top of the trophy coming at it. When he steps over and over and over onto the mirror on the floor, that clip in and of itself is kind of cool though, because he couldn't stomp on the camera, obviously. So that's just Mickey Rooney standing, stamping in the air and still maintaining that intensity. The first sort of smash when he breaks the mirror, if you go and actually look at it frame by frame, then you can see that they rotoscoped the foot. So they've cut out a silhouette around the foot frame by frame, and it's not, you can see the edges and stuff. It's really cool that they did this in like 63. So but breaking mirrors with faces on it's tough, That's why they just sort of pick up the pot and throw it away, and the plaque, same thing, just throw it away. So the lovely miniature sets, let's talk about that for a second. So he grows big. And he's about, 6, 7, well, he has to be at least 7 feet tall. They have a miniature phone, they have miniature furniture. We've seen stuff like that in actual movies, other, bigger movies too, when actors want to appear big, that they make the set like 10% smaller, and they only hire shorter actors so that they can tower above people. I think Steven Seagal did that for a few movies. But then when Mickey Rooney's character towers even further and becomes like 10 feet tall, they have another set where he's sort of crowded up against the window, and you can just sort of pick up furniture and throw it and stuff, which is it's lovely attention to detail. I really do enjoy it. And the end credit has Crest toothpaste on it. Because those were the people who sponsored this rather than the cigarettes. You can also tell because Rod isn't smoking in the intro sequence. So the question, what is it that you want? What do you want? What do you want? And whenever I hear this, the bad guy asking anyone, what do you want? What is it that you want? I can't help but hearing Stephen First as he plays Vir Cotto in Babylon 5, when he says, I want to live just long enough to see you have your head cut off and put on a pike, as a warning for the next 10 generations that some favors come with too high a price. I would look up at your lifeless eyes and wave just like this. Would you so just arrange that for me, Mr. Morden? He isn't going to fall for it, and he does get his rights deserves in that series, and he does get to do the little wave at Mr. Morden's severed head. There are some favors that come with too high a price. I mean, this man, he's going to learn straight away. He's now big, can't ride, even if they would take him back, so it's over. Next week, we are going to go dollface with Living Doll and Talking Tina. I will see you then. Take care.